Good morning, everybody. Park Rat Pat right here. Woo, we getting the day started off. Got us a crowd rolling in. Let's get the hellos out of the way. First one in here, Randy. Thanks, Randy. Always appreciate having you stop by. Jack Felmy Jr., good morning to you, sir. Mystic Librarian. Hope you're having a great morning. Blistering Barnacles Adventures. Good morning, Jamie, or afternoon, as the case may be. Everybody will start rolling eventually. We're all still waking up. And that's the name of the game. That's why we come here. Wake up, get the good juices flowing, wake the brain up, feel good, and get ready for the next live stream. Big time fun always with Rob and Charlie. Charlie will not be there today due to his mother's passing away, and I'll be filling in. So I'll be over at Rob's after this. It's going to be a really long morning for Park Rat, but that's okay. That's what you do to help a brother out, and it's always fun. Good morning, Nebo. Good to see you here, John. Hopefully you're having a good week and a great weekend. I don't know what your weather is like up there, but you ain't in Florida, that's for sure. Wish I wasn't in Florida. Good morning, Jim. Still trying to find a place up north and get this place in order and all kinds of, busy life stuff. And it's great to take a break from that, sit down here with y'all, and have a good, happy morning wake up going on. So, I have posted the link to the show at the top of the chat. If somebody wants to come up and say hi, show off something cool they found, give us a little gold porn, whatever it is you got that you want to put on display, well, pretty much whatever. Feel free to hit that link and come on up and say hey. No obligations there. Like I said, I'm still waking up just like you are. Only I'm doing it with this face. All right. Oh, goodness. We had a super fun time last night. Charlie's stream, as a lot of y'all know. And again, he wasn't there for that, but Rob, myself, Zaxxon, and Tommy filling in, keeping the show going, keeping everybody entertained. I'm pretty sure we had a good time because people kept laughing. So that's what it was all about. And that's a great way to work into your weekend as well. Just, you think, yay, the weekend's here and everything's going to be wonderful. But then Saturday is all eaten up with chores. So to have that Saturday night fun stream with Charlie and the guys where you can kick back and laugh and have a good time, really helps with that final stage of decompression from the work week. Good morning, grumpy feller. Glad to see you here. Again, links at the top. We got 8 people in here already. That is freaking awesome. See, I know a lot of people talk about my stream to me. They, messaging, and it's like, oh, you're not pulling the kind of numbers. And what kind of numbers are you going to pull at 7:30 in the morning to start with? Plus, it's not about comparison. I'm not comparing my channel to Rob's or to Marlon's or to M.A. Lyman 24s. You can't compare. That'll steal all your joy. I'm having a good time doing what I'm doing and hope you're having a good time being here. Good morning to you, Dirt Devil Detective. Glad to see you up and with us. And Martha Berg Hunter, how are you doing, brother? Happy you've been able to join us this morning. The link is at the top of the chat if anybody wants to jump in. If not, that's all right. I'll just keep rambling. Yeah, I can do that pretty good. Oh, man. My whole body aches today. I slept good. It was an awesome 4.5 hours. But I probably could have slept longer. Except, I don't know about you people. If you get up in the middle of the night and go and take a pee and then go back to bed, it's one thing. But if you get up in the middle of the night to go take a pee and your brain wakes up, you're done for. I'm done for. You know, as soon as my brain starts thinking about, okay, we'll move that over there, and then I'll get my brother to help me lift this. And once all that stuff starts, it's going. It's just going. So that's one of the things that usually cuts my sleep short, or I'd probably get like 7 or 8 hours. Quite all right, Dirt Devil. I know a lot of people turn it on and listen in the background while they're getting ready for church or prepping their breakfast or playing with the dogs, all those important morning things that need to be done. Yeah, yeah. Insomnia and OCD is a bad combination. You should try it on my side, though. I'm OC double D, so I'm like constantly thinking about boobs. And, that makes it even harder to sleep. Yeah, that sounded okay. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, I don't know if that's really insomnia that I got going on. It's just that once my brain turns on, I got to get to going. I think that's good morning, Mrs. Candu. Good to see you here. I think that's a carryover from my work days. I've always been the kind of person who just wakes up and goes. I'm not a snooze alarm kind of guy. I never have been. And here's a trick for you. When you hit the snooze alarm and you go back to sleep, it's going to wake you up in about 15 minutes. You might hit it again. You're going to wake you up in another 9 minutes or whatever it is. As soon as you fall back asleep, your body begins a 30 to 45-minute sleep cycle. And when you interrupt that and you finally get up and out of bed, it can change your whole mood. It actually makes you agitated and grumpy because your body's still trying to figure out it was in sleep mode and now you got it up for some reason. And this is the way your brain and body works. And it can take you half a day or more to break out of that funk from interrupting that sleep cycle. So if you can be asleep and the alarm goes off and you get up and get going, you're going to be happier throughout the day because you haven't interrupted any sleep cycle. Mark says, I'm hoping my brain turns on soon. Maybe then I'll stop doing dumb stuff. I'm never going to stop doing dumb stuff. As a matter of fact, I plan out some of the dumb stuff I do. Just because my brain says, yeah, they'll get pissed, but that'll be cool. We all add to the world in our own little way. That is funny, Dirt Devil. I'm going to post that up there. That's how you start the day off right, with a good laugh. Too funny. I was popping off some good ones last night over at Charlie's stream, that's for sure. We had a blast over there. And I'm always up for a good time. Even if everybody does leave their clothes on, which is not recommended. I really hope when I get to heaven, everybody is naked, because naked is good. I like the way people look. It's like awesome. And there's no comparing about who's got a more expensive shirt or, who's wearing these kind of shoes. Just be all naked. That'd be wonderful. Oh, there you go. Looks like Mark the Berg Hunter go. Float a brown trout. Awesome stuff. I was having a good time. I had a super rough day. And then it was getting ready for the show, and I took a shower, and boom, Wife had some nice Italian wedding soup ready for me. I chowed that down. And I was just trying to get into funny mode, thinking, oh no, I'm gonna drag everybody down. And then, once things get started, the brain kicks in, it was in gear, and I was like, let me push some buttons because everybody needs that. Good morning, Dana. Oh, I love good soup. And my wife is learning a lot about soups lately. Since I had lost my teeth and before I got the dentures, I ate a lot of soup, and she didn't know about a lot of soups. She asked me one day, oh, what kind of soup you want? And I'm like, a nice mulligatawny would be good. She had no idea what that was. She had to look up how to make it. And it came out awesome because my wife is an awesome cook. And right now, I think we're both considering switching to the carnivore diet. Not so much because of weight loss, because I'm happy where I'm at 185, but because of the energy level that it gives you and the mental clarity that it gives you. And these are the things people are talking about that have me interested because, hey, if I'm this funny foggy, imagine how ripped up I'm going to be when I'm all clear-headed. Okay, maybe. Oh, yeah. I've always liked good soup. I know growing up north in Maine and in Oregon, on the cold days, nothing better than grilled cheese sandwich and tomato soup. I would actually sit out on the porch in the cold and eat that. Oh, it's a wonderful feeling. Yep, that's what my wife says all the time too. Where they make cups into saucers. And that's got to be even harder for the girls with small mamos. Yeah, we got to stop talking about boobs. It's making Dana hungry. Good morning, Jim Duncan. How you doing today, brother? Hope you're waking up in a good mood, and hopefully we'll make it better. And if you didn't wake up in a good mood, you came to the right place because this is where it's going to be happening, man. I do not have any giveaways planned. I've been so busy with stuff here at the house. I won't be doing my Advent this year, so it's just too much involved in that. Owns a chain of restaurants in. Let me see. Ooh, hey, Chappie, does your buddy have franchises? Because I'd open up a soup franchise. Heck yeah. And good morning, See Happy Chappie. We got one soup restaurant a couple towns over, so it's a good half-hour drive, but they've got a great selection, and the bread is always fresh, man. And as soon as you walk in, you don't smell the soups, you smell the breads. That's another thing I haven't had in a long time is a good homemade bread. Buddy Bags, good morning to you, brother. Hey, if you feel like coming up here and shooting the shoot with me, the link's at the top of the chat. I don't know about the green tomato soup. Possibly anything's possible. Soup is just good stuff. I like good chowder too, man. Corn chowder, clam chowder. Oh, boy, a corn chowder with bacon would be awesome right now. Might have to get in a bowl of that before I start the carnivore thing. Although it would be nice doing the carnivore thing just to, have your little flask filled with au jus. There we go. I'm gonna have to try that. Yeah, damn straight I had sex face thinking about corn chowder with bacon. That shit is good. And you have to have some food play in the bedroom. I mean, it comes together that way. Everybody's played around with food in the bedroom. Most of y'all have brought some whipped cream in there. I just happen to bring like corned beef hash. That's what I like. See what's going on there. Okay, nothing special. Oh yeah, cookies and cream. I have protein shakes I drink that are cookies and cream. Good morning, Paula. Happy to see you here. I like chicken in soups. I like chicken adobo, and I don't like dumplings, man. I just could never. No, I can't do the wet bread thing, but I can understand how people like it. Thank you for the tip on reposting the short. It went from 3 views to 2,306 new subscribers. Sweet. And it was just from making a small change, huh? Or, yeah, when you take it down and just a little bit, and they skyrocket. I had one go from 120 views and been up there for like 5 weeks. And then reworked it just a little, posted it back up that same day, and got like 7,000 views. There's just no telling. But that is awesome, Jen. Yeah. Oh, yeah, man. That's my girl. I like corned beef hash out the crack of her butt and good stuff. I know whenever we're out with friends or we're camping, somebody would be like, "Oh, check out these new garden tongs I got," and my wife would be like, "Oh, those are like the ones we keep in the nightstand." It's like, yeah. We pop off with stuff like that back and forth all the time. That is one of the things I really love about my girl, is she's quick-witted and funny like me, and we play well off of each other. I know when the nephews asked us how we met, and it was like, well, we met on AOL talking, and then we talked and we liked each other. And then my wife says, well, I could have passed, but I had an itch that needed to be scratched, she said. And I said, after that, I said, I must have scratched it really well because it never itched again. And the kids crack up and we crack up, and she just plays well off of me. I love that woman. Okay, enough of the mushy stuff. You forgot the L, Dana. I'm just saying. My mom's dumping. Oh, that's funny. Yep. Punctuation matters every once in a while. I've never been a big turkey person. Around our house, in our family growing up, we always did Cornish game hens. And there were several good reasons for that. With the Cornish game hens, everybody gets drumsticks. Everybody gets that nice crusty end of stuffing, because sometimes that's better than the soggy stuff on the inside. And everybody gets a wishbone. So, being from a poor family, the more of us making wishes, the better. But yeah, we've always stuck to the game hens. Took my wife a little getting used to, but it's grown on her. And this year we'll be spending Thanksgiving with Kimberly and her wife. We had Thanksgiving with them last year, and it was a great time. Some of their other friends came over, and we had a very nice day. I'm looking forward to that this coming Thursday. Definitely a day to just be totally off duty for everything else and enjoy life and good people. Mark is back from sliding to Biden. Awesome. Good to have you back, buddy. All right. Time for some caffeine. Check that out. Yeah, this is my first caffeine of the day, and I got all of this going on already. Like I need caffeine. It's that carbonated phosphorus. Don't know what it is, but I should glow in the dark goodness. And now on to the herbal portion of our program. Good morning, Dan B. Get you some coffee, brother. Come on back and join us. It'd be good to have you here. Yeah, that's for sure, buddy. And people don't understand. We're like those little lap dogs. You burn a lot of energy being this awesome all the time. So, yeah, caffeine helps. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Oddly enough, this stuff slows my brain down, so I can focus a little better. Ooh. Better return to me because I have the address wrong. Dang. Yeah, I had something come back the other day, and it was like, this thing's been out there for weeks. How did it come back to me now, like 3 weeks later? You know, and why didn't this person say, I still haven't gotten it, man? Mm-hmm. Does who have to go to the bathroom? And good morning, Jeff D. Reading comments. Petey Sandiger, Frankie, good morning, everybody. Just fixing to get into the bed. Dang, man, you had a long night, brother. Glad you stopped by. Hope things are going well for you and the missus and that everybody's getting better every day. While all the moving around, I could try and sit still and be stoic, but how exciting would that be? Hey, everybody, let's have fun. I'm not Max Headroom. I'm a human being. I move around, man. I got energy. If I had to pee, you'd know, because I'd go out in the driveway and take a pee. Yes. I know what package you're talking about, Mrs. Candu, and I have not sent that yet because I didn't know if he was going to be home for it or if you were going to be hanging out with him at deer camp or what was going on there. So I was just going to wait the week and a half and then send it out, figuring then he'd be home when it arrives. But I do still have it, and it's all packaged up and ready to go. You can smell it through the camera. It's them maters for you, yeah. Wake and bake time, yeah, babe. Very good. That's a nice choice to have made, Dan. And best for her. passing it home in a familiar environment with your own smells and your own people and your own sounds is good. And we will all keep her in our prayers. Ask the Lord not to let her linger too long. But glad y'all were able to come to a decision about that, and that y'all have time to say goodbye and come to peace with everything. That is awesome, Dan. It's good to get good news. It's it's tough, but it's good tough. You know, it's going to be so much better for her. And again, feel free, Dan, you or your mom, Tammy, anybody wants to reach out to me, you know how to get a hold of me. I'm always here for you. Good stuff. Man, I wish somebody was handcuffed to the water heater. It's been years since we've had fun like that. Yeah, it's mostly because the garage isn't carpeted, I guess. All right, let me put that down for a second. Grab that. Now I gotta try and catch up on what I missed. Okay, so I haven't missed too much. There we are. Yeah. Kids still in school. Alrighty, I will send it. Yes. You know, that makes me want to open it up and throw in some of the send it stickers. Damn it. Alrighty, I'll have to do that. Jeffy, good vibes is right. It's all about the good vibes, man. That's how we take care of each other. That's the magnetic force of life. Chances are the reason we're all here is because, for the most part, we're all generally happy. And like attracts like. So I like being a happy go lucky kind of person with a positive outlook. You know, I like being exactly who I am and knowing that I can make people laugh and make people feel good. And chances are all of you are exactly the same way in your own way with your own nuances. And that's why we're all attracted to each other. Mountain Dew was originally made as a mixer for bathtub hooch. That is cool. Send me a recipe. Well, maybe have your mom with you when you tell the girls, and she can help get you through that. You don't have to do that alone. You know, if y'all came to the decision as a family, then y'all should be telling the kids as a family. Yes, be sure to hit that like button, everybody, please. I'll take on it to meditation day. Heck yeah. My last day at the gold mine. Gotta head back to PA tomorrow. Hope you had a good trip. Lots of good shiny in the pans. And didn't freeze your butt off. Yeah, kids are more resilient than we give them credit for. They kind of have to be these days. Yeah, that's okay, Dan. Crying's part of the whole process. Time to get a new turkey pan. You don't want to lose any flour gold doing a transfer. Mm. Say, I wonder if the gold would melt into a little chunk if you just poured the oil and cooked the turkey anyway. Yep, cook it up. Yes, so true, Mrs. Can Do. Maggie is a beast. She's kicking ass. It is amazing. He cooking the fanciest turkey in town, the Golden Gobbler. There you go. See, I pictured Buddy Biggs doing things more hillbilly style, it'd be like a big old roasted trash panda. See you eating a raccoon up there on the pan with a big pine cone in its mouth. That sounds like a fancy feast. Mountain William, yes. Too funny. I'm trying to think of what else they're called. That would be a tough call, Dan. I mean, yeah. My mom passed at the beginning of November 8 years ago, and we still ended up doing Thanksgiving because, that's tradition. I've got so much pay dirt I haven't panned, it isn't even funny. I've got paint cans full of it. Like I'll have 2 or 3 bags. I'll put them in an empty paint can, and then I'll get a 4th bag and put that in there, and then that one's full, so I'll get another empty paint can and put the next bags in it. And they're all over the place. Gotta run. See you next time. Take it easy, John. Thanks for stopping in, brother. Please remember to hit that thumbs up on the way out the door. Yeah, Charlie's stream was fun, Dan. We definitely had a few laughs there. And I'm looking forward to doing it again. Get through the holidays, man. That's the biggest. Oh yeah, I accept donations too, buddy, but I don't get any. So now getting through the holidays, we're going to be having a good time with family up in Tennessee. Really looking forward to that. I love those people. And I get to see Jeff while I'm up there for sure. An old Empower. Probably give them a Merry Christmas and a Happy. So I'll have to start filling flasks or something I can hand out as gifts. Ooh, Rob, FL Thunder, Mr. Rob, what's going on? And hey, Bill, Paparazzi, still up in here. Good to see you, brother. We are cruising along, just waking up, still got it going. But if anybody wants to come up, the thing is at the top of the junk and stuff there. Yeah, there's a link somewhere floating around. So, working on a duck race for the stream. Rob is always on some sort of duck race, man. And you know why? Because he loves making people winners. Okay? He enjoys that whole process. He is the original home of the free duck races, always has been, always will be. If you're out to have a good time, and just the only thing that's asked is that you be you and you be there, go on over, check out Rob's stream. Hey, it's happening right after this at 9 o'clock. I'll be over there with Rob. We'll be having a good time and definitely having some more laughs. So hope to see y'all over there if you haven't checked them out already, which I know you have because every name is familiar. Yeah, love it. Oh, everybody loves them duck races. I like it sometimes too when they switch up and they'll do the zombies or the race cars. The race cars are pretty cool. I wish they would have a rat race, though. That would be sick. If they had rats, I'd probably get into doing races. And my wife does not like being called Mrs. Park Rat. She'd just rather be Mrs. Stover or Nita. Yeah, you're calling her Mrs. Park Rat. And she's like, no. And I tell her, well, she's more than a vermin to me. Hey, Sheldon. Good morning, brother. Glad to see you here. It was awesome to see you over at Charlie's last night. Things were very busy. I hope you heard me say hi when you came in. Yeah. Nothing really showing up. Yeah, I just usually do the random, the comment picker, and I leave the section blank where it says enter hashtag or word or something for people to type in to be entered. I just leave that blank, and then everybody commenting is automatically entered. Oh yeah. I'm surprised there isn't a video game called Rat Race. I mean, it would seem like an easy concept to wrap your head around. Yeah, if you don't put anything in that space, every time somebody makes a comment, boom, that person gets entered. So even if somebody comes in the stream and they're like, hey, everybody, and you never hear from them again, if you were already collecting comments, they're in there. Ooh, a gram of gold, sweet silver proof set with the W Mint, ASC, and S Mint. Sweet. Colorized Libertad Angels. Hell yeah. That's a great haul. Dang. I try to read comments and it goes in the other direction. There we go. Good morning, Paul. Okay, now I'm caught up. Yeah, no, people need to do more of the giveaways, and hopefully after the first of the year I'll be back up and running and have enough free time to do stickers and stuff, because it's been a bit stomped lately, you know. No, I don't remember that, Randy. I remember Gentle Ben the Bear. Oh, you know the movies I used to like when I was a little kid, like 7, 8 years old and stuff. They had a lot of Benji movies. The little dog Benji, Benji Saves Christmas and Benji Goes to Rome, and just awesome little movies. But they always had some cute little girl as Benji's owner. So as a 7, 8-year-old guy, you want to meet girls, so you go to the Benji movie. If your mom will let you and you cleaned your room and stuff, There were rules. Oh, haven't been doing much hunting lately. Mrs. Can Do. Been working on this place, getting stuff cleared out and into storage. We need to assess what we need to do here for flooring and paint and all that stuff. We, got to get our stuff inspected anyway to get new insurance. But then we're going to want to sell this place once we find a place up there. One funds the other. So that's been a big thing for us. And I've been just moving stuff into storage daily for hours and hours every day. And I still got a long way to go. So focused on that right now. I'm sure when the perfect place is there, God's going to put it right in my hand. He does that. He does that for all of us. From metal detecting, it's like we go here, there, and everywhere. But you get into some small little town where there's one guy who detects, and he's only got 2 parks he can ever hit. And, there's no kids in town. There's not even a school, that kind of place. That guy will find a gold ring, even though he's hunting the same ground over and over and over again. You're going to find what God wants you to find right where you're at his timing. It's always perfect. And we prove that when we're metal detecting constantly. God gives us great stuff. Every treasure you pull out is a blessing. And it applies to the big stuff too. Finding the right house. Yeah, there's a perfect place for us at a perfect price. And it's sitting there and it's waiting. And when those people find their perfect place, that one will go up and it will find us. And God does that. So I'm not sweating that kind of stuff. I'm just doing the work I need to do. I like detecting around abandoned buildings too, Chappie. We don't have a lot of farmhouses in this area, but when I find an old foundation in the woods, and they're around here, if the bugs aren't too bad and there's no big threat from gators, then I'll detect. If y'all look at some of my older videos, I found some pretty overgrown areas, and I mean, an acre-sized lot here with waist-deep grass in it, and I've gone out there with my hand sigh and cut it all down just to detect, and found killer stuff, man. Found antique toys. I found that first ever gold heart-shaped locket, and that was pretty cool. No picture in it or nothing, but super stuff out there. Yeah, and God is good. Never lose sight of that. If you don't see it in the big things, just remember all the small things, and then you'll realize if he did all that, he can do greater, and he's gonna. I don't want to turn into too much preachy going on, but I love me some Jesus, and I hope you do too. Old yard nearby. Yep, every day is a new day on a piece of property. The ground moisture is different. I'm trying to highlight Sheldon there. Yeah, the ground moisture is different. Your battery level, your angle of attack, the time of day makes a difference because, there's like these ions that travel through the planet. So right now they're coming down on us, but they're going out the other side of the planet. And so that happens all the time. What angle are these rays coming at you at from, and how's that affecting your machine? So, yeah, there's so many factors involved. You could have just one patch of ground that takes care of you for a lifetime. Ooh, I see everybody saying, hey, there he is, Heath Doty. Good morning, brother. Glad to see you here. You running the plow yet? Let me know, man. I like those morning live streams. Waking up and just checking out Heath out on his plow, clearing the lots. And I mean big industrial lots. He's making mountains of snow. And it's just good to hang out with him, have your morning soda fizz or coffee or whatever. shoot the breeze. It's a good time. Squirrels all over today. Danny Boy just a digging. Good morning to you, sir. Thanks for being here. Appreciate that. Again, the link to the stream is at the top of the chat if anybody wants to come on up and say hey. If not, that's cool too. We've only got about 45 minutes left, and then you will see my pretty face all over again over at Rob's. So be sure and head on over there after this. There you go, Chappie. Yeah, you'll see me over at Rob's. Again, he's getting all preparated for the races. So hats off to him for that. It takes a lot of work, an awful lot of work. And not just that, but, Rob's a very meticulous person when it comes to records keeping. So I'm sure in one of his notebooks, he's got it all written down by hand. Yeah. Yeah, oh, it was fun, man. It was way fun. Preparated. That's right, brother. There's Mr. Rob lurking and working. The man is on fire. And it takes great passion to do that. Bit of clan, tried to catch up with this for a month. I haven't been out in forever, man. It's like just too busy with stuff. So I'm looking forward to swinging my thing again. Probably during the Christmas season when we head up to hang out with family. Amanda just chilling. Good morning. Good to see you here. Hope you had a fun time at the stream last night. It was fun having you there. Great finds. I missed you coming in. How are you doing? Thank you for being here. We got 19 awesome people in the house. That is super, especially for a solo mug like me. All right, let me get down off the screen there. Close to frozen ground there in Idaho. Damn. I've seen some people in those kind of areas that find an area of the woods or whatever, the property that they want to hunt during the winter, and they'll cover it with leaves. And I guess that keeps the ground from freezing. You put a big thick layer of leaves on it, and then they go back there and shovel it all out or plow it out or however they get the snow off of there, and the ground's workable. I feel like I got to come up with something entertaining for y'all. Doing pretty good on Clad for 6 days. Went out this month. Nice. You always kill it on the Clad, though. And a lot of people don't know that was like your original channel name was King of Clad, which I liked that. Those were fun stickers to make. No, I'm telling you, just go and buy a new turkey pan. That's all. Ain't no sense of putting any serious effort into it. Oh, that is cool, Paula. We like it up in Maggie Valley. Such a beautiful area. There's There's a playground in Indiana, I think, or one of those neighboring states, but it's a haunted playground. And I've always wanted to detect there. Hmm. I keep all the change I find. I've got buckets and bags of it all over the place. I bought a tumbler and it did like one load. Ooh. And then never touched any of it again. Bad idea, lad. Good morning. Good to see you here. Tom Kingery, good morning to you if I haven't said hello already. Super stuff. Everybody coming through. So we'll get through the Thanksgiving. That'll be wonderful. I'm not sure what's going on with the Macy's parade. Somebody's always up in arms about something, but you know, hopefully there'll be good shows on or something to watch. I don't really do sports, so I'm not going to be watching any games. Over 10,000 in clad. That'd buy you a nice vacation. Mm-hmm. Or a toupee. Maybe both. 10,000's a lot. You know, if you vacation cheaply, hang out with family. Oh. Hopefully, y'all will be checking out Swifty's stream. He had some new stickers made. The last batch of stickers I did before I had to shut down and take care of house stuff here. But he's got some of these on hand, and I think he needs some more already. But yeah, get on over to Swifty's. Always a chance of getting your hand on one of his stickers. Scott Sharp, Adventures in Prospecting. How's it going, brother? Glad to have you here. Hopefully you're getting your Sunday started off just right. And you've come to the right place to do that. Yeah. Hoo-wee. Yeah, I'm definitely going to need more caffeine. First 2.5 years bought me a $6,000 car and helped build my credit. Nice. That is some serious clad hunting. Damn. That is incredible. Sweet. Good news. Rob's got him preparations going on. Ooh. And it looks like we've combobulated. Mm-hmm. There we go. You say Rob is finished rigging the race. If it ain't rigged, it ain't right. All those folks will be eligible for a prize also. Sweet stuff. You are all heart, brother. Too funny. Ooh. See, some women just don't appreciate anything, Chappie. Sweet stuff. He's hunting Bambi's dad, taken down clean. It's wake and bake time for sure. I know it is for me. And that's another good thing about being the park rat. Yay. This was a fun sticker to do. I did this for Thomas and Sissy, Thomas 907 and his wife, for special event that they were at and doing. So that's a rare sticker to have. If you got one of those, you got something you don't want to get rid of. So love making that. That one always makes me feel good to see it. Oddly enough, I don't have a very big sticker collection myself because I'm always giving them away. Mm-hmm. When I started, Danny, nobody in this town had been detecting. I hit one park, I call it Alpha Park, and it's just a tiny little park. And my first year detecting there, I found my first gold ring, which was size 16 with a date of 1964 inside. Then, shortly after in that area, I found a silver ring, both of them really deep, like 8-9 inches. In that first year at that park, I found over 170 pieces of jewelry. I found tons and tons of change. I found foreign coins. I found fake coins. It was the heyday for me for learning my machine. And you give me that old MXT of mine and some fresh batteries, I will light up the world. I know that machine better than anything. But yeah, that park was giving all the places around here. Every place I hit was boom, boom, boom. I found silver quarters at the edge of the water where they put in canoes. I found Barber Dime down on the curb strip on Main Street. You know, it's like, it's all over. And then the next thing I know, there's a detecting club in town and tons of detectorists coming around this area. And everybody started getting their hands in on it. But I can still get out there and find some serious stuff. Let me see. Hey, something's got to get you inspired. Yeah, it is definitely harder to find untouched grounds. But, you know, Kimberly and I, we travel around, we do them door knocks. We're constantly on the lookout. I found a couple new lots in town where houses used to be that things have been leveled off and cleared out and probably by the city, you know. So if those turn out to be public lands, I'm on it like vomit, man. Oh, anytime, Sheldon. I'm always happy to help out and love texting with you, brother. Hopefully, we can get together sometime again in this lifetime and do it to it with our detectors. Best coin find somebody had asked about. For me, was the double date, the 1941 and 42 dime. It had both dates stamped on it, and textbook looking piece. And then I found that on a lot I had pretty much hunted out, and I'd had 10 or 12 other detectorists out at this property. And then I go along with my MXT. dook. And there it is. I didn't even recognize it like that. I looked at it and was like, oh, it's 1942. And I had it in my video and got a comment in the video that said, you need to look at that again, man. So I looked at it again and I had a special coin. That was a great time. And I love looking at that coin. I actually lost it here in the house somewhere for over a year. And then when it showed up, I gave it to my wife for safekeeping. Hello, Expressions of the Outdoors. Good to see you here. Good morning, good morning. Trying to, oh yeah, there we go. 1829 Cap Bust Dime, Scott Sharp. That's killer, man. I love seeing stuff like that in the videos and hearing about it. Yeah. I've had a lot of good luck with change on the islands, Danny boy. I don't know if you can get away with that or not, but here in Florida, I can go and I can detect the islands in the parking lot. You know, that little patchy grass area with one tree coming out of it that, you know, is littered all over parking lots. I hunt those. I get tons of change. People are always leaning up against a tree having a smoke, or kids hanging out in that one shady area with their drink on their bicycles, and where are we going to go? You know, and so, yeah, those spots are great. If you haven't thought of that already, go on, walk into Walmart, say, talk to the manager. Oh, yeah, sure, no problem. And hit the islands. A lot of places will say yes, knowing that you're going to take all the trash with you. So it helps them out and helps you too. Another place I have good luck, we go to Tennessee a lot. Or we go down toward West Palm. But all over when I travel in the motorhome, we pull into a rest stop, you know, got to pee, got to walk the dog, all that kind of stuff. If we're going to be there 20, 30 minutes, I find whoever's the charge of maintenance there, or one of the guys on the little golf carts, and I've never had anybody say no to letting me detect in the rest stops. And I'll go around the picnic table areas that nobody's there. I'll go around in the dog walk area. I go along the pathways up toward the bathrooms and stuff while people are walking them. It's like, I don't care. If you drop a quarter and it bounces into the grass, I'm going to find it. And if you don't, somebody else has over the last 20 years. But yeah, act on it. Do it. You want to find the stuff people aren't finding, you got to hunt where the people aren't hunting. And sometimes that's the plainness of it all. You know, it's right out there in the open. It's waiting for everybody, but nobody thinks they can. An old school site is where I found that old schoolhouse-shaped bank. It's up here somewhere. There it is. This is like an 1800s piggy bank shaped like a school that I actually found at an old school, or where the school used to be, out in the woods with Kimberly. And that's a great little treasure to have. Not a coin, but I do like finding me some relics. Old schools, yep, definitely. We had an old school here in town that my father-in-law had graduated from. and it had been abandoned for years. They tore it down, but to metal detect out there, it's just nothing but iron. It's all. It's probably one of the worst places I've ever been. Heck yeah. Hit the park. You never know day, time, and place when God's going to give you something good. I hit one park down the road. And again, first time hitting that area. And there's this one big bush. And I guess kids used to run around that playing or whatever because, man, the border of that, it was loaded. Loaded. I got like $10 in quarters and then dimes and pennies all over the freaking place. I probably got like 8 nickels, and nickels are hard to find. But yeah, that whole area was just incredible. So yeah, when I started detecting, and all this freshness, it was a heyday for me. And then after I started my channel, that's when things were drying up, and I was like, all these incredible things I found. I need to find more. So thankfully, going other places, hooking up with other detectors like Rob, one of the first people I ever collaborated with, and meeting the people from FH7 and getting involved in the community, been able to find a lot of good stuff still, make some decent videos, and make a lot of awesome friends. Giving everybody the metal detecting bug. Life is short, people. Take care of what you have to, but take care of yourself first. Remember, no matter who loves you, nobody's going to treat you as good as you treat yourself. Mm-mm-mm. Mm. Take it easy, Paula. Thanks for being here. I'm telling you what, a lot of my metal detecting memories are in black and white. I've been at it a while. And I upgraded to the color memory, but couldn't recolor all that old stuff. Today is the day, Holly. Oh. I live on the Treasure Coast. I'm in Sebastian, Florida. Treasure Coast is right there, 3 miles, straight line. Inlet is exactly 5 miles that way from my house. I can sit on my back porch. I used to be able to watch the shuttle launches. Now I can see all the rocket launches from back there. So that's a great view. The neighbors behind me own Gatorland. So they're very decent people. Awesome to have as neighbors. Retired police officers all over the place. I live in a super safe neighborhood with an awesome view. And Skydive Sebastian, the airport is like 1 mile in that direction. Skydive Sebastian. On any given day, good days, you can just sit out there and look up through the screen room and see the skydivers coming down. They have big events out there. There'll be hundreds of them making their little formations and stuff. And you can see all of that right from the back porch. So that makes this a very desirable place. And I don't think we're going to have any trouble selling it when we do put it on the market. Yeah. Buy once, buy right. Yes, exactly. That's how nautical we are around here, buddy. Yeah, this is a beautiful area. And I'm going to find a place in a beautiful area just with more land. You know, I've got a nice corner lot here, like a half acre, but I'd rather have 5 or 6 acres somewhere up north. Tom Riley. Hey, hey. You see you here. Let me see. We got 22 people in the house. That is awesome. We got about 20 minutes until Rob's show. And I'm probably going to go right up until the last for him starting so we can all just jump over there and raid. Of course, I'll be on screen. And yeah, Rob will probably have to send me the link to that. If you're listening, Rob, text me the link or just a picture of it and I'll type it in myself. There you go. Yes, we do seem to be having a good morning here. Hope you are too. Bad idea. Yeah, wow, these are moving nice. Sorry, I'm trying to read the comments here. Just bought 54 acres with an old farm up in Maine, right near Canada. Yep. And see, up there, I could afford something like that, no problem, because the prices are very affordable. But we don't have any family up there. All of her family is in the Tri-Cities area. So that's where we want to be. Carson Prospecting. Good morning, brother. Glad to see you here. Awesome. People rolling in. I feel special. Like Read to Me Slow special. I bought 7 acres of farmland in northern Michigan a few years back. Still haven't detected it. Wow. Shoot, I'd be out there living on it and detecting it. Mm-hmm. Definitely, buddy. There's one up there. I forget the town it's in Maine. But a place in that town called the Kennedy Estate. And one metal detectorist who was on YouTube for a long time, he had that as his permission, and he cleaned up with some killer stuff. I don't know where he moved to, but his channel slowed down, and I never see or hear from him anymore. There we go. So he's got his excitement going. Sorry, I'm running kind of slow here, people. I'm still waking up and still haven't finished my morning caffeine. Seems like a good choice. All right, well, the link is posted at the top of the chat if anybody wants to come on up and say hi. Yeah, Holton's up there. We used to live in Hatton, Maine, and Dover Foxcroft, Maine, and lived in Caribou for a while. My brother had a place over in Presque Isle, hang out there. I had a girlfriend in East Millinocket, so spent a lot of time there, but never actually had my own apartment or nothing. It's a great state to grow up in. Definitely a slower way of life. Can deal with that. No, it was nice. We lived in Maine 3 or 4 times while I was growing up. between there and New Bedford, my mom would be, Massachusetts and then Maine, and then she'd live in Rhode Island, and then she'd live in Maine. And, these were like every few years there was this dramatic move. And my dad was the same way, but he was more all over the place. He was like, I'm going to be here in Texas, then I'm going to be in California, then I'm going to be in Washington, now I'm down in Idaho, and now I'm over in Oregon, and now I'm here in Westford, Mass, and now I'm over there, he just bounced around. So I got to live a lot of different places because it was an ongoing custody battle. You take him. No, you take him. I'm not taking it. You take him. So I moved around a lot. Every time I find something cool, I completely forget to video it. Sometimes that's rough, but then once you get in the habit, you'll find yourself just picking something up off the sidewalk and wanting a video. Hey, check it out, people. No, I only lived in Michigan once. I lived in Flint, Michigan, on West Julia Ave, just off of North Dorrit Highway. I got run over by a car. Almost killed me. Ended up back in Maine. And recovered on my mom's couch for a couple of years. Charlie, good to see you here, brother. Blessings and love. Yeah, it was a 1979 Cougar, Jim. And it was being driven by a drunk homeless guy that stole it from a person who had it in their side yard because it wasn't registered or insured. So, yeah, Park Ride took a big hit on that one. Had a nice near-death experience, though. So, I walked away with that. Monticello, not me to Georgia for a few months. Had to come back to Maine. I ain't been back to Maine in a dog's age. But there's a place there I know I'm going to detect. When I do go, I'm going to go to my great-grandmother's old house, no matter who owns it. And I'm going to let them know who I am and get permission to metal detect in the backyard, where at one time when we were 5 or 6, Grandma had given us one of her metal recipe boxes. And we filled it with all our little trinkets and treasures and taped it shut with every bit of tape we could find in the house. We used Scotch tape, masking tape, duct tape, you name it. It's big old ball of stuff, and we buried it out in that yard. And I'm going to go get it if it's still there. So that's on my bucket list. I'm going to try to get that done in the 2024 year. Moon over Miami. Hello. Sorry if I missed you earlier. I hit a car on my bicycle once, and that was back in my 20s when I was in good form. I would ride about 60 miles a day, and I was cruising down A1A. I was going the speed of traffic, and person pulled out looked at me, saw me coming. You can't miss a guy in a bright yellow shirt. Saw me coming, looked at me, and then pulled forward a little bit more. Nothing like the look of somebody's face of fear when they realize you are going to hit the side of that Jaguar. And I did. And flew over the top and skidded on the sidewalk and tumbled into the grassy area and got a new bike out of it. Didn't really get hurt, got a little skinned up. But God looks out for me, so I must be really stupid. Hell yeah, I'll hit the Walmart Islands with you, Danny. No doubt. I got a cousin still lives in Bangor. I ought to go and look him up. He'd probably like to go to Nana Connery's old house too. He had a lot of good memories there as a kid. We all did. How we doing on time? We got about 9 minutes. Rob should be getting all the final preparations done for his stream here at 9 o'clock. I, of course, will be over there. So we'll have to do a little rat raid and head on over and see Rob in a few minutes. And I would love to have my own spaceship, especially if it's one of those ones that looks tiny on the outside, but you walk in and it's like being in some big cathedral hall thing. It's like, okay, I could live here. And I just need to find a place to park. I'd be moondocking. I'm serious. I'd be like, just on the dark side, don't want nobody to fuck with me. And then just hang out and live there. You've got a plan for everything. You could just swing over the earth, tractor beam in a few friends every now and then. Mr. Goldpan and Dutchy Jaco, how are you doing? Good evening to you. It's got to be 9 o'clock at night there. You're in Australia, so. Then again, I don't know how many time zones are in Australia. Is that Australia? Netherlands. Sorry about that. Yeah. I'm still waking up, man. Sorry about that. Yeah. I should have put that together myself. All right. We got us a few minutes here. I want to thank everybody for showing up and hanging out. Listen to me ramble on for the last hour and a half. You're all heroes just for doing that. Do your best to have a nice week and a decent holiday. Don't let things get you down. If that's the normal MO for you this time of year, reach out to me. If you don't have a reason to smile, I'll at least be able to make you laugh. So hit me up, text me, shoot me a message. We'll get numbers exchanged. It'll be awesome. But yeah, if you need a laugh, look me up. Find somebody who knows how to look me up, and I'll definitely do my best to cheer you up. It's important stuff this time of year. One stream, first thing in the morning. Yep. The first stream of the day. This is the one that gets it started off right. That and your favorite caffeine and, herbal essence and all that good stuff. Do your wake and bakes. Maybe have a few laughs. Maybe learn something. who knows if you walk away from here feeling better than I did my job. All right, we got 5 minutes till Rob's. I'm going to take a spinny break, go do my thing, grab something to eat real quick, and I will see y'all over there. I encourage you to do the same. Be good to each other. Remember, I'm here for you. And let's all raid over at Rob's. See you in a few minutes.